dear beautiful friends, welcome back to my channel. This is your safe place, and I hope you are all having such an amazing and gentle day. Okay, get yourself comfortable, relax, maybe get yourself a cup of tea, and then come to listen to this reading. Okay, because this is going to be like a very, how can I say, gentle session. Okay, if you have been feeling like heavy, okay, like your heart has been carrying too much, and if you feel like you are stuck with your life, okay, like you have some huge burden on your shoulders, okay, this reading is going to be about you. So take a deep breath, let your shoulders relax, okay, and allow your soul to show you what is ready to be set free. Okay, I'm gonna show you the piles in slow motion and close up, so you can wait for them. Okay, it's gonna be written in time steps also, okay, in below, so you don't have to be rushed. Okay, and when you feel like you are ready, you can listen to your reading. Okay, but before, let's do the usual. Okay, take some deep breaths with me. And let your soul decide. Pile number 1, welcome back for your reading. So, let's see. Okay, let me explain the spread first, okay? This is a spread that I created. So, we are going to use 4 different questions, okay? The first question is what is the energy that drains you too much, okay, weighing you down the most right now. And these are the cards: Ace of Wands and the Puppeteer, explanations and apologies. Okay, the second question is where this heaviness or this burden truly comes from. And our card is the Justice. Okay, I renamed them with a tape because this deck wasn't in English. Okay, so I had to translate it for you. Okay, it's the Justice card. And why you are still holding on to it, it's the Death card. Okay, and let it be a surprise. Okay, the fourth question is what will flow into your life once you release it, this burden. Okay, and let it be a surprise. Let it be. Okay, let it be a surprise with all of these cards, and this is going to be like an advice and but also a result. Okay, so let's begin with the first question. What is draining your energy the most? What is tiring you the most? That burden, okay? So it seems like, my friends, it's like, who are you constantly apologizing, okay? And Why are you apologizing? Okay? Why are you just, handing the reins of your life over to someone else? Okay? Here we see the puppeteer, the puppet master, is manipulating two people in a very beautiful way and very professional way. Maybe this is not good, but very professional because he's the puppeteer. And here we have the Two of Wands. Okay, Two of Wands. This is normally a very good card, but here we see, we are looking for a problem here. So it's like the options, okay? Options and decisions before us, okay? Turning into dilemmas, okay? It seems like a reason, okay? A reason that make us hesitate, okay? Because we are thinking too much. We are overthinking things. I guess the problem with this deck is, overthinking and let others maybe manipulate you, okay? Yeah, maybe you are searching for too many answers, maybe you were looking for too many advices, but actually the people are just distracting your energy, okay? Distracting your holiness, maybe. Yeah, because we are dividing into two here. Can you see? Two people, two wands. Yeah, it seems like you are dividing your energy into at least two different parts, at least two different energies, okay? Yeah. And on the other hand, here with the puppeteer again, we see, some puppeteer is manipulating people, but at the same time, that can means that maybe we are thinking like that, if I do everything in a very correct way, I can have control over everything, okay? So I guess that's why you think that every decision you make, okay, every path you chose, every action you take is going to have consequences. Okay, that's one thing. But I think, it seems like you say, I can control everything if I do everything in a very, very beautiful way, in a very right way. Okay? Yeah. And I guess you are just wishing to have a life with, maybe experiences, but without any mistakes. And that is really an illusion, okay? This is not the reality. This is not the real life, sorry. This is not a good thing, okay? That can lead us into God complex, okay? We are not perfect. We cannot be perfect. We make mistakes and then we can learn from them, okay? That is the thing that evolve us. So there are choices, there are paths that we can take, but not everything in this life is just about us, okay? No, we cannot control everything. And if we think that I can control everything, no, this is just going to be a bigger mistake, okay? Yeah. When something is meant to go wrong, okay, this is just going to go wrong, okay? No matter what we do, okay? So it seems like you're constantly waiting things for the right moment, the right face, okay? The right sign, but maybe never acting. Yeah. Because here with these Two of Wands, we see, there is a huge potential within you, okay? But I think that potential is not being used. It seems like it is paralyzed, yeah, by perfectionism and self-doubt, and also I guess self-sabotage. Okay, maybe this is your hand and this is actually you, your mind, and yeah, you are self-sabotaging yourself. Okay, so I guess yeah, that's it. Okay, so the origin of this burden, okay, the origin where it truly comes is the justice card with the number 8, but oftenly we see justice card with number 11. Okay, maybe numbers can be important for you. So here with the justice card, what I think that as I said, I guess you want to do things always in a right, perfect, in a very fair way. Okay, you really value the honesty, morality, ethics, justice itself. Okay, and which is really beautiful. Okay, but sometimes I guess the effort to do everything right, everything perfect, just prevents you from acting. Okay, and maybe yes, you have a strong sense of justice, obviously, but perhaps a guilt also. Okay, a guilt, a sense of guiltiness. Maybe childhood, okay, taught you that mistakes bring punishment or unfairness. Okay, maybe you were once treated unjustly and decided to do always the right thing. But as I said before, we cannot control everything. Okay, yeah. So don't be harsh to yourself. Okay, and yeah. And what I see also, how can I put that into sentences? Maybe that's why. Maybe you feel like you are always the guilty one, okay? The guilty one, the one with the responsibility, okay? Maybe you think that, oh, sorry, I just bumped into the light. Maybe you think that because you are always responsible, okay, for everything that around you and about you, maybe you think that you should always say sorry, explain yourself too much, and maybe apologize to people that maybe even don't deserve your explanations, your apologies, okay? Yeah. Maybe you are saying sorry, I'm sorry too much, okay? So yeah, this is exhausting, okay? This is really exhausting. Always pushing yourself for, doing too much explanations for people. Yeah, this is really, really exhausting. Yeah. So, why are you holding to that? Okay, here we did that cards. The number is 13. I guess this is because it is familiar, okay? Because maybe you are saying, I was born like that. Okay, maybe you are saying, this is my personality. This is who I am. And I cannot let it go. Okay? But here we did that card. It is the 8th house in astrology. So maybe it is because of some old pain, old wounds, okay, that a role that you have internalized, okay? So yes, the transformation is painful, but yeah, that's why we usually cling to what we know. So this is what you know, actually. Yeah, this is what you know. And I guess most of you are just into, you know, reading about maybe law, okay? The justice, the courts, maybe you are always searching for philosophical books, ethic books, okay? Yeah, you know, it's like, I don't know if you watch it, but The Good Place, what was the name of the character? You know, he was an professor at philosophy and he was always indecisive because he was always trying to do the right thing. Okay, I am not gonna spoil it for you because it is actually in, you know, in a relation with the theme of the series. But actually, this wasn't a good thing, okay? That was just making his life and others' life difficult. So, yeah. I guess you also think that it is safer, okay? It is more accurate, more relaxing maybe. Yeah, but actually it is exhausting you and draining your energy. Yeah, but I guess you are afraid of being caught, okay, off guard, of making mistakes, losing control, losing love, or losing approval of the people you love. But actually, this fear just, you know, keeps you from growing. So, our last question. What happens, okay? What happens? What kind of an energy flow into your life if once you release it, burden, okay? The star cards. Change your perspective, none, not hedge, okay? And productivity with the number 8, again, Kent Pumpkin. And here we see Cancerian energy. Okay, so I guess you are highly empathic, highly emotional, you value the feelings, the emotions of others around you. And maybe even feeling upset or sad for those whom you don't even know, maybe sometimes, okay? Maybe you are just reading an article from a newspaper, or just, you know, you're reading tweets on Twitter or X, but you seem like you always somehow feeling responsible or guilty of the bad things maybe in life. Yeah, and I guess when you cannot help others, you just feel like, yeah, this is my mistake. I guess it is like that. Okay. So, here as the tarot card, we have the star card, okay? It is the one of the most beautiful tarot cards. Okay, this is the divine protection, the universal support, the hand of the God. Okay, this card promises us hope, healing, renewal. Okay, our wishes coming true. Yeah, and I guess once you achieve that, okay, once you release that energy, you are going to regain your faith in yourself, okay? Your desires are going to begin to manifest, okay? You will rediscover your creative energy here with this pumpkin, okay? We see the productivity, so yes. And I guess you will take actions, okay? Yeah, in the past, here with this Two of Wands, yeah, you couldn't take actions. But I guess once you release that energy, okay, release that things, yeah, you will act on your ideas, on your visions, okay, instead of overthinking or over taking advices from people, yeah. And you are going to change your perspective, okay? Because this card, yeah, the result, but also the advice, okay? Changing your perspective is the key, okay? It is the key. It is not easy, yes, but it is the key to release that burden. But I guess once you manage it, you are going to look at your life in a very different way, okay? And I guess what once seemed like a failure or injustice will be revealed as divine protection to you, okay? Yeah. Okay. It's like, you know, we see two different sides. One is daytime, the other one is nighttime. Yeah. Two faces of a thing, okay? Two faces of the medallion. Yeah. And I guess everything is going to just make some sense, okay? You will see the light in the dark, and I guess you will accept what was and forgive yourself and just, you know, move forward, okay? Move forward later. Yeah. And I guess you are also going to gain some wisdom, some clarity. Yeah. And this is not a gentle, this is not an easy journey, to be honest, but it is healing, you know, it is healing. Yeah. And I guess you will really live in a very more free way, okay, more productive way. And I guess you are going to be just more in alignment with your purpose, okay? Yeah. And here, you know, with this star card and productivity combination, yeah, I guess especially if you are trying to make some fame in your field, maybe in your career, in your status, or if you are doing a job on social media, I guess you are going to be seen by others, okay? Because this is going to bring you some visibility, success, fame. I guess you are going to just share your gifts, yeah, with others around you, and you are going to be light, the inspiration for others, okay? Yeah. And as I said, you are going to rebuild your confidence, okay? Yeah. And it is going to bring you abundance, both in material and also spiritual way. Yeah. So yeah, you are going to empower and liberate yourself. So what zodiacs we see, but I don't mean that you are that zodiac sign, okay? You can think of their energy, or maybe you can just check these placements, okay, on your birth charts. Maybe we see Aries, Libra, Scorpio, Aquarius, and here we see a little Cancerian. So, and lots of 8, number 8, okay? This is 17, and you know, 1 plus 8, 1 plus 7 equals to 8. 8 again. So maybe the number 8 can be important, but number 8, as I said, it is the 8th house. This actually conjuncts with, Scorpio. So the theme of transformation again here. Okay, yeah. And it is number 13, and this is number 2. So, my dear pile number 1, this was your reading. I hope you enjoyed the reading, and if you do, please let me know in the comments, your feedbacks. Just really, make me motivated to do more. So I hope to see you in other readings as well. And if you want to book a personal reading with me, you can always check the description box below, okay, and send me an email. So until the next time I see you, take care of yourself and bye. Hi dear pile number 2, welcome back for your reading. So let's see your cards, and I'm gonna explain what these cards are corresponding to questions in our spread. Okay, this is a spread that I created. So we have 4 different questions, okay, in this spread. And after the first pile, I had to have a little break. Okay, the reading was intense, so I made myself a coffee and get some air. So let's see, these are gonna be less cards, like advice, but also the result. Okay, so this is going to be first question. Okay, the energy, the burden, the weight, the heaviness that drain you the most. Okay, what is the really big burden, the problem, okay, for you? And we see 2 of Pentacles and Alchemist. Okay, balance, invention, and distraction. And the second question is where this heaviness or burden, okay, truly comes from. Okay, the origin, the root of this problem. And it is actually a burden card. It is the 10 of Wands. And this is the reason, okay, why are you still holding on to it? Okay, even though it is a burden, it is not something good, why are you holding on to it? So we have the Devil card, and I had to put some tapes on it because that tarot deck was not in English. Okay, so I had to translate it for you. Okay, and the 4th question is the last question, but let it be a surprise, okay? Because it is the question of what will flow into your life once you manage to release it, okay? So let it be a surprise. Okay, let's see. As the problem, as the burden, as the heaviness, we have the 2 of Pentacles and the Alchemist card, okay? Here we see balance, invention, and distraction. And, the 2 of Pentacles is all about trying to balance, okay? Trying to find the balance, trying to find a way to control things in our life. So usually we just juggle more than one thing at a time, okay? So the problem is you are always, I guess, trying to find a balance, trying to find a way to balance your life, but at the very same time somehow this is distracting you, okay? Because actually this is too much for a one person, okay? I guess this is the problem, okay? I guess here we see in every situation, in every environment, I guess you are that person that always provides people with solutions, okay? Producing solutions, actions, or maybe you just being the mediator, okay, that someone who maintains balance among everyone. So perhaps trying to find the same balance across multiple issues in your life. Yeah, I guess this is the burden, okay? I guess you are living with too much identities, and it is okay, okay? We can, think ourselves as being a good friend, a good wife, or a good husband, a good mother, or a good father, a good daughter, a good son. I don't know. Maybe being a good colleague, being a good manager, and etc., etc., etc. Okay, so I guess you have too many titles. Okay, and I guess you're always trying to be the best in all of your titles. I guess this is the problem. Okay, and by the problem, actually, I don't mean something that is terrible now. But here it becomes a problem because it is too much for just one person. And I guess sometimes when you're trying to find the balance, actually, it is the point that you miss the balance, okay? You just miss it. You cannot catch it. And actually, somehow it becomes a kind of a distraction for you. Yeah. So I guess your burden, your heaviness, what makes you feel like you feel stuck in your life is actually your daily life, how can I say, duties, responsibilities, okay? Not something that is really mystical or, spiritual. No, this is not an enigma, actually. This seems like very practical, very realistic problems in our lives, okay? So maybe you are doing more than one thing in a daily time, okay? Maybe you are working and studying at the very same time. Or maybe you are a mother, you are a businesswoman, but also maybe you are doing your PhD at the very same time. But at the very, very same time, maybe your best friend is needing you. Okay? So I guess there is too much, and actually, I guess you don't know how to eliminate them. Okay, how to eliminate the other things and maybe prioritizing. I cannot pronounce this word, but how can I say? Maybe, okay, take it as like being the first priority, okay, of yourself. I guess this is what you need. Okay, but I guess, as I said, you have so much things to do. Okay, you have too many things to do. But this is, as I said, this is really tiring. Maybe you are just getting 3 or 4 hours of sleep. Okay, maybe sometimes you just skip the meals. Maybe you just forget to feed yourself. Okay, yeah, maybe you are taking care of your house, then you do other job. Okay, maybe you are continuing your master degree or your doctorate. Okay, maybe you are trying to finishing your article, but on the other hand, you need to earn money, okay? And other things maybe. So, life is different for everyone, but I guess your life contains too much thing to do, okay? And that is the thing, okay? That is the thing. The labels, the identities, the titles you have, yeah. of course, yeah. Maybe you are moving your home at the very same time. Maybe you have to take care of your family, okay? Maybe a family member of yours having some health issues, but on the other hand, maybe you are owning a child, okay? Maybe you're a mom, you're a father, but yeah, life you think that life does not wait for you, and maybe you are saying 24-hour day is really not enough for me. Okay, maybe that is what you are saying. Maybe if a day were 48 hours, that will be enough. Okay, yeah, maybe you are saying if a day were 48 hours, I could get some sleep. I could catch up on my work. I can read books that I have. I can watch my movies. I can go to the gym and doing the sports. I can earn money. I can cook. And actually, the list goes on and on and on, my friends. Okay, so I guess your tiredness is just life and life's problems and responsibilities. Okay, yeah. And what I see also here with the alchemist, it is like the magician card in tarot. Okay, because the magician is actually an alchemist. Okay, so he is very talented. He can manipulate. He can use all of the elements into each other. Okay, he can turn them. He can transform them into each other. So I guess you are very capable. You are very powerful. But you need much more stability, okay? Yeah. You are exhausting yourselves, okay? But what I see also, you need to take care of your health, okay? With these combinations, yeah. Get your test done, okay? Don't neglect yourself. I don't know, maybe take your vitamins or supplements, go to your doctors, okay? Maybe you need a good checkup of your body, okay? Yeah. And as I said, maybe you just forget to feed yourself, okay? Maybe that is the problem here. So, yeah. And let's continue with other question. And here we see 10 of Wands, and that was the question that where this heaviness or burden truly comes from. Okay? This is actually, how can I say, it's like a kind of an interesting paradox, okay? Because 10 of Wands is actually a burden card, and it is the original root of this burden, where it really comes from, okay? I guess you're just taking the burden of others as if they were yours, okay? And by that, what I mean, let's think of a work environment, okay? Maybe there are people, there are colleagues, and there is some work to do. And rather than explaining them the process, the work, the things to do, maybe you're just like, never mind, I'm gonna do that just on my own. I cannot deal with you, okay? You are maybe making me angry, and when I let you do the job, after you did that, I have to always check that after you. And this is a second work, okay? Twice as the work, maybe. Yeah. And maybe for some of you, let's say you are going into job interviews, you are setting a deal, and after you begin to work there, maybe the work, the responsibilities, the burden are just too much higher than you had already, talked with them in the job interview. And maybe you cannot say this is actually wasn't the thing that I signed up for. But I guess you cannot say that because I think there is a sense of fear, okay, here with this other question. An element of fear of loss, maybe, okay? Losing that job, losing maybe people's love, respect for you. And I guess somehow you feel like you should always be in charge. You should always be on the lead, maybe. Okay, taking the responsibilities for others. So maybe when you were growing up, okay, maybe when you were growing up, maybe there were too much work for you to do, okay? Yeah. So I guess that is what you used to do, okay? Because here we see our other question, and it is why you are still holding on to it, okay? These are very, in communication with each other. Obviously, whole of the reading is, but here with the devil, yeah, it seems like an old habit, okay, very old habit. It's like this is my duty, okay, not just responsibility. I guess you see these responsibilities you are taking like a duty and like a must, okay? And I guess you feel like if I don't do that, okay, if I don't get responsible for others, even if it is not my job, even if it is not actually my responsibility, I'm gonna be an selfish, bad person. I'm gonna be evil. Yeah. Maybe you are afraid of being a selfish person, being an evil person. So yeah, this is actually very considerate of you. This is a very nice way of thinking, but actually this is too much. Can you see? The feet are on fire. This is harming you. This is getting you distracted, okay? This is kind of a damage, kind of a harm. Yeah. So I guess this is also kind of your way of self-sabotage yourself, okay? Oh, sorry. Let me just put one hand so I don't cover all of the cards and the table. Yeah. So yeah, maybe also this is your way of, how can I say, feeling yourself good, but actually I don't think you are feeling yourself good, okay? This is actually harming you. And here with the Ten of Wands, the Devil card, I see lots of health issue or pain in communication with stress, okay? There's too much stress. and maybe your bones, your muscles, your teeth, your digestion system, okay, your stomach, your gut are just having pain, yeah, having ache that result as a result of this stress, okay, yeah. And I guess you are just losing your colors, okay, losing your colors. And I guess actually, how can I say, you know, devil and the Two of Pentacles are Capricorn energy. Okay, you don't have to be a Capricorn, no, but these are the Capricorn energies. So I guess you are too much perfectionist, okay? I guess you're saying this is my way of being disciplined, but actually no, this is giving you too much pain. As I said, headaches, migraines, okay, persistent headaches, yeah, tremendous, stress-related health issues. So don't forget to check yourself with your doctor, okay? But what I see again, I guess you are saying, maybe you are having this concept of, if I cannot do that, it means I am weak. No, you're not weak actually. You're really strong, but I guess you're just trying to show yourself that I am strong, okay? I am strong, I can do that. I guess you are thinking that is the strength, but actually no, this is not the strength, okay? This is just harming you. As I said, feet are on fire, so this is harming you. But when we have devil, yeah, it can mean that it is kind of an obsession for us, okay? Maybe a kind of a self-defense mechanism. So maybe this is your way of defending yourself, okay? Maybe this is your way of managing with pain, maybe your pain, your traumas. But actually this is harming you. So if you can release that energy, okay, what can flow into your life? We have the Ace of Cups. The colors are coming back finally. The blue, yellow, orange. This is life, okay? And with the blue, I think of the throat chakra, okay? The fifth chakra, maybe finally being able to show your true self. And finally being healed, okay? The Ace of Cups here, I guess trying to tell us the healing is here. The healing is very soon if you can do that. And here we have deal with the dirt, and we have Eastern oyster. And here we have the focus. So if you can release that energy, that burden, and not taking too much thing on your shoulders, okay? I guess, you know, at the first place, you were juggling between too many responsibilities, so that was distracting you. So I guess if you can eliminate that responsibilities and finally state and declare your priorities, you are going to gain focus, okay? Finding the true focus, finding the what really matters. And here we see the Sagittarius energy. So maybe you're into philosophy, maybe you are into, you know, traveling, learning other languages, discovering other cultures, religions, yeah. So maybe you are going to find actually real time to finally discover your true self, and maybe your ambitions and your ideals, okay? Your real goals about this life. Yeah. And maybe if you're alone, if you feel like there's no love for me, so maybe actually love can come to the scene. But as I said before, here Ace of Cups meaning for me the healing, the nurturing ourselves, okay? Healing energy that flowing into our hearts and our daily lives and also our body. Yeah. And this is really a nice card, actually. Yeah, maybe you're saying dealing with the dirt. How can it be a nice thing to do? But actually, how can I say? It is also again focusing on what is important for us and what is not. Okay, protecting our energy, protecting our pearl. Can you see? We have pearl here, so we have something actually valuable. If we can deal with this dirt, okay, I guess, yeah, you don't want to do that because this is how you live your life. This is highly understandable because I also do that, okay, I also do that, okay, sometimes I really forget to feed myself and eat just at dinner, okay? Sometimes that I really don't get enough sleep because I have too much responsibility. So I am here with you, okay? But this is what we are getting. And as I said, this is our advice, but also our result, okay? Yeah. I guess you are going to be nurtured, nourished, okay? And you are actually going to see your real potential, because here, yeah, we have lots of potentials, but actually we cannot use that because we have too much work to do. Yeah, we can think of that. And let me also talk about the zodiac I see. I set Capricorns and Sagittarius here. And here again we have Sagittarius. And here we have the pure water energy. So Cancerian, Pisces, Scorpio, all of that can be. And here with the Alchemist, as I said, this is actually the magician energy in Tarot, so we can think of Gemini, but I don't mean that you are actually these zodiac signs, okay? No. What we are talking about here is the energies of these zodiac signs, so maybe you would want to check your birth chart, okay? Yeah. And what numbers we see? 1, Ace. 35, so maybe for some of you, you are already 35, or maybe it is the value of this number, like 8, okay? 8. Here we have 2, here we have 10, and here we have 15. So, pile number 2. If you can really release that energy, that is actually I guess this is actually holding you back, okay? Yeah, there's too much frustration, yeah. But if you can really eliminate what is not yours, what is not your responsibility, yeah, you are going to gain your focus back, and maybe you are going to rewrite your story, and maybe you are going to actually publish or talk about your story with others. Yeah, because I think, yeah, there is something really valuable here. It's like you're hiding something in your palm, okay, in your hand. And I guess also your intuitions, okay, your intuitions are just going to heal. Then maybe you are going to see your life and see your way in this life, your life purpose maybe, with your intuition, okay? I guess right now you cannot actually really listen to your intuition, because there is too much voices, okay? There is noise here. So, pile number 2, that was your reading. So, I hope you enjoyed the reading, and if you do, please subscribe to my channel, say hi in the comments below. You can always write down your requested readings as well in the comment section. And if you want to have a personal reading with me, you can check the description box below. Okay, so until the next time I see you, take care of yourself and bye.